So a lot of these goats haven't been together for a while. They've been split up in pens of 2 and 4. That's kind of the setup we're at right now. So we get a lot of headbutting going on. Trying to Justice is beautiful. And Hera's gorgeous. So they're kind of leery about letting me pet them because they're afraid I'm going to put them up. Now, Jinx and Tricka seem to be the big brawlers today. Now, Jinx is 10 years old. She doesn't need to be fighting, and she's also bred. And Tricka is a big girl. You guys need to quit. You guys quit now. You don't need to do that, Miss Jinx. Jinx is our herd mama. This goat, far and above all other goats, huh, Jinx? Yep. She's been dry. When did we dry Jinx off, Naomi? Right before we bred her, didn't we?
Yeah, and a little bit before we bred her. Maybe a month before we bred her.
So what, August or something?
Yeah.
She's been dry since about August. And she's our oldest doe. She's not our oldest doe. She's our oldest milking doe. And she's at 10. So it was kind of a hard choice of ours to breed her or not. This is going to be definitely her last year. But you can see right here, Jinx has got Jin's a doe, Hefe's a doe. Jin has more. There's Metakari. Jinx has more does in this herd than anybody. She's really been the pinnacle of our herd. We tried to expand off of her.
Nope.
But the headbutting and establishing pecking order, pretty much unavoidable. They will establish a pecking order.
All the manes sticking up.
Everybody's all fluffed up.
Oh yes. Hefe. Are you
So
all...
that's Tootie Boots right there. We call her Tootie. Her real name is Al Meriden.
But she's such a tootie boots.
She's a cutie patootie.
She is the cutie patootie. She's also in heat today.
Yeah, she's in heat today. Going into or coming out of. This hoplite. That's Hera's dam. Right there. Hoplite is kind of a weird thing. We bred her. She had Hera right there, the lighter chamois there, who is a gorgeous goat. We can't wait for her to freshen this year. But that's hoplites from 2 years ago, 2 summers ago. Now hoplite had an udder infection the year before that, maybe even 2 years before that, and we cleared her udder infection up, and when she kidded last year, her udder was full. We couldn't get a drop out. Her udder, the mammary tissue inside healed in such a way that she now has a, what's it called? A blind udder?
Blind udder or stone udder. Basically, her udder, the milk producing is sealed off from her teats.
Yeah.
So she produces milk, but you can't get them out the teats.
Yeah.
So
Very sad story with hoplite because
she can
she's
have
such.
babies, she just can't milk.
And she's such a beautiful doe too.
No.
And of course there's Jin. That's this girl's dam.
Yep.
Justice.
Justice, yeah.
Look at Justice. Justice is outstanding. Tricka and Jinx still going at it. The two heavyweights. Jinx has been the boss. Like, even if a goat's bigger than her, she will win out of sheer tenacity. She will not give up. She's notorious for absolutely not giving. I've seen her get pretty much her knees knocked out from under her fighting with a goat with horns, and she will not quit. We actually had to get rid of Star for a long time because Jinx and Star wouldn't get along. This Hera right here, it's hoplite doe. Beautiful. There's Satyr. If you guys have seen our a difficult birth video. It was Satyr that was born, and as you can see, she's perfectly healthy. She's kind of fat.
Fluffy.
She's
fluffy.
She's fat and she's fluffy. Yes. This is Medicari. Now Medicari had a difficult birth 2 years ago. Like extremely difficult. We had to go in. We had
was dead.
one. She had one stillborn. It had been dead for a while. But she hasn't really recovered from that. So
Not a breeding doe anymore.
she's not a breeding doe.
Retired.
Other farms would have put her down by now, and I really should. That's a topic for another video because we're running into that. We're at 10 years with our herd. It's been a closed herd. We've kept our genetics good. But one thing we're running into are these older does that we don't milk anymore. We've got 8 hay burners now.
8.
And that's what we call a doe that doesn't breed, doesn't milk anymore. We call them hay burners because that's all they do is just burn hay. That's not Tootie, is it? That's Hoplite.
That's Hoplite. Tootie's right here. Maybe Hoplite didn't take when she got out last time?
Yeah, we had
We had a fence failure.
Hoplite, Tricka, Medicari, and Tootie are all in the same pen. And they're the only one in an electronet. And electronet works until one of them gets in heat, and then they just kind of walk right through that fence.
Yep. Girls.
And they got out. Now you see Tootie's having some foot trouble there. That's why we're letting them out today, actually, because we noticed her walking pretty tenderly.
So soft and so moist.
It's just so wet.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're in what is this? Southwestern Washington. South Central Washington. And we got some snow. Got some 0-degree temperatures for a couple days, and then it's been raining every day. This is Hefe. Hi, Miss Hefe. Hefe's a sweetheart. I believe. Let's see. I believe Hefe's the only one that is not bred out of those 4. Justice is bred. Can't wait for that. So we first fresheners. We do things a little different than most dairy herds. We don't breed the first year. So yes, that means that we pack these goats for 2 years without breeding or milking them.
We'll freshen it about.
In our first year we had problems. This is Jin. Jin is of the gazelle order. She's very hard to contain. She can't stay in an electric fence. She escaped her pen, got bred, and then got back in her pen. Didn't we milk her right up until then, or did we dry her off first?
She was dry for about a month, and we like to give them a longer time before they kid.
But that's Jen. She's a little special. She's not going to tolerate not being freshened.
Yeah.
She's going to be in the rotation one way or another. I'll tell you what, most of these girls feel that way. Hey, you guys don't be picking on Medicari. Medicari's kind of sickly.
Nope.
She'll take some though.
No. I know she gladly bites it, yeah. But not with you.
Jen. Hey, we should go see it. I haven't seen the chickens in a while. With homeschooling and the weather, I've been sitting inside a lot. You guys still going at it? Hi, Jinx. Hi, Mrs. Jinxes. You see that down coming out. Chicka. There's my girls. chicken ladies who are not laying at the moment. And chickens. Who's this? It's Miss Seder. Seder. Who we basically resuscitated at birth. There's 2 hours between her sibling and her. Her sibling was born, and then she spent 2 hours trying to get lined up in the doe's womb. With her sac was broken and everything. We really didn't expect her to live, but check that video out. It's interesting. It's called How to Attend a Difficult Birth, I think. See our grapes lost. Look at her. That's where our grapes are. We started those last year. Tobacco was there. And the corn's not looking like corn anymore. Can't wait. Look at this is one of the things that I really like about this new area that we live in, and I'll show you the green that's under all this ice and snow. Just can't believe it. You know, we grow cover crop all winter long, slowly, but it comes in. Get up here where it's getting some sun. But you can see the green. Look at that. It's so amazing. By the time spring's here, we have a nice cover crop to graze the goats on. Look at that. This is some of our cover crop that we planted. I think that's, I'd hate to say because I'd probably be wrong. That's out of right chicory, bird's foot trefoil maybe. And of course, this ryegrass right here is from our cover crop mix too. So we're looking good. We're gonna set up for a heck of a summer this year. We're gonna grow a lot. This whole area right in here will be growing food. And there's Bellum. He's chilling in the sun. This is a full Marema. She's a female. And she's always very kind of shy. Yep, she's the small fierce one, huh? Oh, stretch in the sun, huh? She says, don't step on me, Mr. Goat. Mrs. Goat. Good girl, Bellum. You okay? You alright? Just laying up here by yourself? And keeping watch? Yeah. Pretty nice having some sunshine, huh? Pretty nice, huh? Very submissive dogs. I was always stunned. When I first got into LGDs, I thought they were just savage, you know, guard dogs, but they're really affectionate. And I mean, these Maremas, I've never even raised my voice at those dogs, and they just act so submissive. That's really great. I can't wait to do a video on LGDs. Where's the other two? They post up around here. They watch all sides. Excellent, excellent guard dogs. Haven't lost a chicken or a goat, but we've got a pack of 25-30 coyotes that just completely encircle us almost every night. Haven't lost a chicken. Gotta have LGDs. These are bucks over there. We're gonna stay away from them. This time of year, they're stinky, and we'll go by and say hi. My boys. They're usually sweethearts. I'll tell you what though, this time of year, I just soon stay away from them. Chicken trackers, we're gonna fill those up. I got 2 of them. One there and one there. Gonna be having some meat birds in there as soon as we can. There's some more hay burners. We got Mira, who actually we bred a couple years ago, Maleficent, Star, and Majestica. I really love those girls. We just don't breed them anymore. And you know, that's something, if anybody out there is interested in rehoming for retired does. Actually, I think Maleficent's probably only maybe 7 or 8. Maleficent, Majestica, the white one behind her, are twins. Actually, you can't even call them twins because they were the same litter, but 2 different sires. That's the year we found out that was possible. We had them DNA tested, and one was from one sire and one was from the other sire. That's what happens when you have bucks escape their pens. Mira right there was the first capper to belly doe ever born in our herd. So she's the original capper to belly. Everybody before her was from a different herd. I hear the ravens off in the distance. That's Ma and Pa. I don't know if you know, but we rehabbed and released a baby raven a year ago. And Ma and Pa are the parents, and the nest is right over here in the neighbor's yard over there. But of course they ran Nicodemus off, as they're supposed to, and they're still here. Ravens are territorial, and so they're protected under the Migratory Bird Act. But it's when I first heard that, I'm like, what the heck, are they under the Migratory Bird Act, or they're territorial? But I didn't know at the time that they're not territorial till they start nesting. They don't nest and start mating till they're about 5 years old. So the first 5 years they hang out in what's called an unkindness, and they move around, and they need to be free to move around and find a mate and find territory. So they're not always territorial. But I'll tell you what, these two over here, Ma and Pa, they know us, they like us. But man, when Nicodemus was with us, he pretty much lived in here with us, and those 2 parents were brutal on him. They just he kept trying to come back to us, and of course their nest is right there, and they don't want him around after the summer. I understand why, because he for sure would have raided their nest if he was around. So I get it. And Tootie Boots. This girl was a single kid when she was born. And so she got to stay in the house with us for her first week. It's a problem when you only have one baby. You gotta be their bed mate. They don't have anybody, huh, Boots? Yes. Yes. Tootie Boots, huh? It's my cutie patootie. She's so beautiful. She's such a beautiful girl. Mm-hmm. She says, shut up, scratch my head. Just scratch. Yeah. It's goats, and they're eating out of a hay trough all the time. They get all kinds of hay up here in their head. They love to get it scratched. Yeah. It's a beautiful beard. It's awesome. Yeah. She is the reason we let them out today, because see how she's walking? That probably indicates that we're having some separation between her hoof wall and her frog, or whatever it's called, the cuticle, which is not good. We'll have to dip her feet in like an iodine solution to prevent bacterial infections. You see, they were over in that pen right there, and they get that hay mat that just holds the water in. You'd think it'd keep them dry a little bit, but that stuff sure holds the water. Okay, so that's what we're doing today. We're gonna cut a tree down. Got our Starlink. We're gonna move it, so we got to cut a tree down, mount it. We are going to make a composting toilet today and tomorrow. We're switching to waterless toilets. Try that out. It costs us $240 a month to have a pumping service come out and pump our black tank once a week. So in an effort to lower costs, we've been researching composting toilets. That's pretty much what we're doing. We're out here living kind of it's not really off grid, kind of homesteading life. We honestly wouldn't trade it for anything. Be able to raise our kids here and teach that, whoa, to be 6 and resilient. If I felt like that, I'd probably have to go inside, drink some warm tea or something. You can say goodbye, Medicari. 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 Gary Gar. You say goodbye. Okay. Looks like Jinx and Tricka quit fighting. Jinx finally went after the oak, and oak leaves. Who we got here? Here's Hera. I miss Hera. Okay, let me close it out before we get too far. Get such a long video. I got to move all of that, finish that. There's so much to do. Never ends. Never ends. Beautiful day. Got the goats loose. Hope you guys are gonna have a good New Year. We're looking forward to it.